promised I was going to show you everything that goes on behind the scenes here. This is pretty cool. The average guest doesn't get this opportunity to come in and see what's going on behind the scenes. This is what I'm talking about when they spray for bugs. Now this guy here, he's got full equipment. How are you? What kind of bugs are we spraying for here?
Mosquito.
Mostly mosquito? How about sandflies?
Mosquito flies. Every day we spray.
Every day, huh?
Every day.
Anyway, good guys, thanks for keeping us mosquito free, huh? I'm in the engine room of the island here in Dhigali. Now this is the behind the scenes stuff that the average tourist doesn't see. You'll see here, there's a pile of machines. It's the engine. What are we looking at here? How many machines are going? And
We have 5. We have washer and then 5 dryers. Please.
how many staff does it take to work here?
See, basically we have here 12 staff.
12 staff.
And we are washing per day around 2,500 kilos per day.
2,500 kilos a day. It takes a lot of power to run this place,
Yes,
huh?
yes.
How many shifts? Is it 1 shift or 2 shifts? Or are you guys
There
working around the clock?
2 shifts.
2 shifts, huh?
Morning and evening. Yes.
Morning and evening.
So night time it's closed.
And not only are you doing clothes, you're ironing for guests sometimes too? Or?
Yes. If the guest is using our laundry service, then we are pressing and washing here. For that we have separate machine. F&B napkins, pillow covers.
Right.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. How long have you been here for?
Almost 2 years.
2 years? Where are you from originally?
From India, North India.
Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. And your staff all over the place?
See, we have like 80% locals.
80% locals. Okay, got it. All right, fantastic. Well, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
We just checked our buddy out there in the laundry department. Imagine that, 2,500 kilograms of laundry a day. Wow. And what's the interesting point that he was saying is that they filter a lot of the rainwater, and a lot of the rainwater gets filtered in to use for the laundry. So everything is so important here on the island. Now we're going to the work engine of the resort here, the power plant. I know you guys wanted to see it, so did I. I wonder, how do they keep the lights on? Trust me, they use every inch of it, even to have a little herb garden out back. How's it going, gentlemen? How are you? How are you?
Fine, good, sir.
Do you want me to take my shoes off?
Welcome.
Keep them on? Okay. Wow. That looks dangerous. So they're keeping you in here all day? Yeah? No sleep, huh?
No.
So-
24 hours working there.
So what are all these fancy lights here?
Right, this is a control panel. This is the seawater pump.
So the pumps.
This is a blower panel.
This is the fans.
This is a pressure circulating pump panel. And this is a diesel filling tank panel. Tank filling.
So this generates electricity for the whole island.
Yeah.
And if this goes down,
No, it is
nothing, huh?
Yeah.
Any solar on the island?
No. We are only using generator.
Okay. All right. You got another
Because we
secret?
have,
You got another secret door for me? So that's what they pay you the big bucks for, huh? Watching all these colors. So what happens if something's going wrong? Do you start flashing?
We have 4 generators.
4 generators, yeah.
2 generators at 1,000 kilowatt, and
Okay.
other 2 is 800.
So you're talking technical. Speak to me, and just if I'm a normal guy, is there enough juice here to power this island?
Total capacity is 3.
Quota capacity. Okay.
Total capacity is 3.6 megawatt.
Okay.
3,600 kilowatt.
So is that good?
Because our maximum load is only around 900 kilowatt.
So do you want more power here? Or you got enough?
Because
You have enough?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And something impressive behind here. What are you hiding behind this window? It's soundproof, huh? So it's pretty loud in there, I can imagine. We're gonna go inside here. I've never been inside one of these things before, but when you see they bring out the yellow headsets, that usually means that shit's gonna get loud. This is very interesting. We're in the background of the Maldives island. While you're sitting on the beach, you're enjoying your cocktails in your air-conditioned room. This is what's powering it. Unbelievable. They only have 2 of these generators running right now. Those are backup in case the shit really hits the fan here, but there's a lot of hardware here. This is the engine that is pumping this island right here.
using for making steam. This one. Other one is a diesel boiler.
You know, guys, I really don't know how all this works.
Yeah.
I mean,
our generator running time is exhaust coming through like
the exhaust coming through those engines. Yeah.
That's an inlet and boiling hot water.
Okay.
And making steam.
So when I'm turning on my bathtub, is this where the water's coming from?
Yeah.
So this is a large hot water heater. Basically, you like you have it in your house, but this is, you know, for the entire resort here. It's 50,000 liters. And how many rooms can this handle? Heat all the hot water for the entire resort, right?
Yeah. Whole resort. Yeah.
And it's just always going.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
Every time rotation. Every time.
So the secret is out. You can see how these tanks operate. It's pretty amazing. What these are is these come from the hot water tank, they come into this, and they gotta blast it through the pipes to get to your room, because you got a lot of pipe down this whole island, right? And if you've got water pressure in your shower, you don't just turn it on from some well. I mean, we're on an island here, so you need these pumps to just blast the water from one end of the island to the other. 250 meters that way and about what, 1 kilometer distance in that way. That's a lot of pipe, and that's a lot of pumping. See this ventilation here? This is a long ventilation going right into the laundry to use the excess steam and heat as the dryer. So we got the water pump, we got the generators generating power throughout the island. It's being split up in all parts of the ways. This truly is the nucleus of the island here. Okay, now there's something that you guys might miss is that, have a look at these over here. You gotta remember that this island doesn't have anything protecting it. And so you can see some of these benches and stuff get pretty worn down by the salt water or the waves that come in. And they have their own facility here. I never knew this existed, but let's have a look. This is where we fix all the broken chairs and umbrellas and all that stuff. Let's see. How's it going, man? What are we working on today? Everything, huh?
Yeah.
So is that new parts for chairs? And these are for like what, the floors or something like that? Or?
Yeah, some boards.
Some boards?
Yeah.
Wow, you can smell sawdust in here. So, I mean, they do it from scratch here. Gotta remember, we're in the middle of the Indian Ocean here, and you need to make things, you can't just drive down to your local Home Depot. It's not at the end of the island. So they have to, you know, accommodate for everything here.
Be self-sufficient, yeah.
Self-sufficient, absolutely self-sufficient. Electricity, water, craftsmanship. I mean, you know. What did you work on today, man? You were fixing something?
Yeah, some is the pathway making, some area, some pathway making.
Okay. Good, man. Looking good. All right, that's done. Around here, I've met a carpenter, I've met a painter, and you need a welder, so they've done that on location too. You can see all the work here and the lathe in the back there, the cutting machine. Wow, everything is covered here. There's a lot to this island that you guys aren't aware of, and it's pretty evident that they need a lot of things that you just can't import. You have to make it on location. You probably come to resorts and get bottled water, right? That's kind of a thing of the past here in the Maldives, because everybody is bottling their own water on location, and I think that's where he's taking me. Right? Are we going to the bottling facility? All right, that's where we're going.
Same three tank for fresh water.
So there's 3 tanks this size, 390,000 liters of water. Hey, you gotta drink water when you're in the middle of the Indian Ocean. But let's see how they get it done. Let's see what they do with it. So now I've just been told that they have a diesel tank, 150,000 liters of diesel fuel. So that's gotta cost a bit of money to fill up. How long does that last? If you have any desires or dreams to run an island in the Maldives, well, you're gonna need some diesel. These boys here got a 150,000 liter tank, and they have to fill it up every 2 weeks. Can you imagine the diesel bill? That's gonna be a bit costly, but hey, we're here to enjoy the sun and not worry about that. You ever wonder where the water comes when you're on these islands for your nice shower, your bathtub, and even your drinking water? These reverse osmosis machines, there's 3 of them that are pumping this island. They're bringing the water into the tank, running it through this machine, and then putting it back out, cleaned, separated from the salt water, and ready to go in your tap. If you have dreams of running a Maldives island, and you're wondering why a hotel is so expensive here, I've shown you a diesel plant, I've shown you a reverse osmosis plant, I've shown you the back end of this resort. This is what costs so much money to bring you luxury. Not only have we got pumping machines for the hot water and the cold water, but you need it for the reverse osmosis water too that pumps this facility and gets this water through its lines. Where's this going now? Everywhere, huh? There's pumps all over the place. So can you tell if I'm using too much water from my bathtub? I'm inside the bottling facility on this island. It has its own bottling facility. I just showed you what happened with the reverse osmosis, getting the water from the sea, separating the sand, or pardon me, separating the salt from the water, and look what happens. They put it in their own bottles. These are clean bottles, I'm not going to touch them. We'll touch the dirty bottles here, but these are the ones that you see in your room here, you know, with their own brand on it. This good lad here, he puts them in the machine. How many can go at one time? How many bottles? 20 bottles? For all the sparkling water fans, you won't be disappointed because this guy can take care of it as well. This is a little bottling machine here. It's just going to pump in there.
It's perfect.
Wow, okay. That is fantastic.
Grab
Just
one.
like that, huh?
Yes, grab.
Taste.
You want me to taste it? All right, I trust it. That's nice. That's nice. Have a try. So that's a finished product, capped and ready to go. The boys will take it to the guests in their room, and we've cut out bottles completely, or bottled water, you know, plastics out of this completely with this kind of stuff. Truly amazing to see this here in the Maldives. You wouldn't think that they could pull something like this off, but this is the behind the scenes stuff that I wanted to show you guys. To complete this little back scene tour, I have to show you the garbage area. This machine over here is the incinerator here. You'll see the garbage. They put it in the incinerator, burn it up. No problem. That's done. Then you got the plastics. So they got a compact machine to tighten it up, stick it on the boat, and take it to the proper facility near the mainland of Mali. Now, the interesting point is, if you get fish deliveries or anything with foam, so what they do with the styrofoam is they put it through the machine, it gets crushed up, made into little balls, and they make bean bags out of it for like pool bar or lounge chairs for the beach. That is the compost machine. Pretty high smelling machine, but
Just say hi.
hey, you got to do what you got to do to keep the island fresh and environmentally as conscious as possible. And these guys are doing a bang up job. Well done. Dhigali Island, it needs its sanitation department, and this one here is in two parts of it. One, they use the liquids to use on the plants or the agriculture items here, the outdoor herb garden and irrigation of the island. The other part's collected in the tank and it's taken to the proper sewage facility outside of the island. The last part of this is the gardeners. They collect all these little branches and leaves. They bring it to this little mulcher machine. I wouldn't suggest throwing your hand in there because it'll look like that after. They use this around, other plants and stuff like that as filler. So nothing really technically gets wasted on this island, which is pretty remarkable. I think this is a bit crazy to see an entire football pitch here in the Maldives on an island. This isn't for the guests. This is actually for the staff. And this is not unusual. Out of the 8 islands I've been into the Maldives, every single island has one of these. So nothing is complete without your 3G or 4G tower behind me here, spreading up all the telecommunications. You gotta have Wi-Fi, you gotta have internet while you're in the Maldives, right? Well, that's what you got. The staff has invited me into the staff room. Their staff eating area, the canteen we'll call it. They got all the cool things. Have a look here over at the fresh food. But working here in the Maldives, pretty nice food actually. How are you? How you doing? What's your favorite? Everything, huh? Got all the rices, the meals, and gotta remember there's many different cultures here. So the chef has to probably design different dishes for different cultures. And that should be about it. We're gonna head out of the canteen, let these guys eat up because they got a lot of work to do. So I'm in the staff area, we call it staff accommodations, because the staff have to live somewhere. And remarkably, there's anywhere between 300 to 400 staff working on this island at one time. That's almost 1-to-1 per guest. They got their convenience store behind me here. They got an entertainment room. They can watch the television, play a bit of pool and ping pong, and hey, they also got a gym. And that should wrap it up from behind the scenes here, and we're going to update you and take you on a little bit more adventure later on.